All right, Nath, please get the round of applause ready for an extremely talented singer-songwriter all the way from Los Angeles, California. She made her grand entrance into the music scene with her debut single, Mean It, in 2019. This was just the introduction to her lyrical prowess and beautiful melodies, which convey stories of love, loss, and the complexities of human connection. A little over a year after releasing her debut studio album, Good Riddance, she has made waves in the music industry, earning a nomination for Best New Artist at the 66th Grammy Awards earlier this year. Now she's gearing up for the release of her highly anticipated sophomore album, The Secret of Us. Friend of the show, Noah Khan, commenting on it. Let's go. Another friend of the show, Lainey Wilson, saying, I am the #1 fan.
Oh, I love Lainey.
I will fight people.
I
No,
love
she didn't say,
Lainey.
that. It's going to come out.
Just quick, Gracie, we're doing your intro. Please don't butt in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
enough
gone.
of it. Billy.
You will know when to come
Go
in.
ahead.
God. Jesus.
You'll never hear from me again.
Yeah,
The secret.
Gracie,
Dave,
shush. Sorry, she's bad.
I meant you and you're.
Sorry, you go.
Okay. The Secret of Us is releasing this June. Please welcome the show, Gracie Abrams!
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Gracie,
Thank you so much.
now you can.
Now
come in.
it's my turn.
Yes,
Perfect.
we're talking
Hi,
ab-
guys.
We're
I
talk-
whip out my introduction for both of you. I have like a written scroll. Like, let me tell you all about these guys.
we are talking about you, okay? Not now.
Yeah.
We're talking
Okay, fair,
to
fair,
you.
fair.
Yeah, we're talking
Okay,
about
nice
you.
to see you.
Really good to see you, Gracie. We've been so excited to have you on the show. We are massive fans of yours.
Likewise.
So much so, the first question I wanted to ask you is because I was scrolling through the Instagram in a not creepy way. I just wanted to see what you're up
Yeah,
to.
normal.
But
for
Nath,
sure.
Nath liked a photo from years ago.
Yeah.
So if you see that.
and I want to apologise. I want to apologise. It was from like 2017.
If you
so
see it,
I'm
it'd be
sorry.
great.
I'm sorry you had to see all that.
Yeah. Well, one thing I did see, and I want to get your advice straight off the bat from, is
Sure.
you're very, and you talk about, like earlier this week, you're very good at taking mirror selfies. Now, Jim, you know I'm very bad at taking selfies. Horrible. Can't do
Just bad at
angles.
taking
Just
photos,
like just bad
really.
photos. Like I'm like an
You're
old man.
unphotogenic.
I'm like a dad.
You
I'm
are.
like a dad. I've got 4
Quite
or 5
unattractive.
different chins. What? Is that in my intro?
That's just some variety.
Yeah. So, Gracie, what is the key? Because you posted, I think it was only a week ago, you posted some phenomenal mirror selfies. What's the key to taking a good mirror selfie? Help me out, please.
I think you just hold your phone and you just hope for the best.
Yeah, see, I've tried
It's a
that.
shot in the dark. You know, I can't, I feel like going back, like when it's a mirror selfie, I feel like if you're going back for like more than 2, I'm always like, oh, put your phone away, girl. Like, end it here.
Make it end.
Yeah, like it's grim. Like the world is on fire. Like mirror selfies, embarrassing.
Yeah, no, that's fair
So
enough.
maybe it's a good thing that you're struggling at the department.
Gracie's saying it's a you issue,
Yeah,
mate.
it sounds like Grace saying,
Might be a
I'm
canvas.
reading between the lines here, and she's
I'm like, yeah, it was really nice to meet you. Bye.
I'm reading between the lines here. I'm hearing Gracie going, "Don't take photos." Yeah, just you're an audio guy. Fair enough.
Go for portrait mode.
Yeah.
Get
No,
really high def with it.
no,
No,
he's
that's
still
true.
not.
I'm
close.
still- yeah,
I
I'm
don't want to
just-
do this now in front of her.
What?
You're not. It's you.
Yeah, I know. Well, now it's been confirmed
Yeah,
by
fine.
Gracie Abrams. So
That is. Gracie.
you've told me that for years.
We had Noah Khan on the show when he was in Australia earlier. Absolutely love him. He absolutely
Adore.
loves you as well. Apart from him, who else out there that have you met, that have you loved, that is potentially on this album or you haven't had the chance to work with?
Everyone that I mean this sincerely. Like honestly, I was talking about this with someone yesterday, but just about the like madness of the Grammys week stuff, and that actually the part that made me emotional, like teary multiple times, like at the dinner table with my family, expressing like these, just talking about the experiences of being at these different events and like whatever, where you're in rooms with artists that normally you're all in different corners of the world at different times, or you're not in the same lane exactly, so you wouldn't cross over, or blah blah blah. But like everyone who was nominated in that category that I got to know and just like have conversations with of any length, I was so floored genuinely by just how like just the deepest level of sincerity and the deepest level of like hunger for doing this job and like loving it and sacrificing so much to do it and committing so hard and like truly, like, you know, Noah Khan is an amazing example of the best in terms of quality of human being.
He's just a nice guy.
And he's just like an excellent real person, and like I feel that way about everyone that I got to meet. Like truly.
Did it shock you, Gracie? What did you expect when you're coming across and seeing some of the biggest artists in the world, and they are so genuine and so beautiful and work so hard in the industry? Like, did that provide you with some reassurance? Did you think that was how it was going to go, or you didn't really know?
No, like I don't know. You kind of also hear whispers of like, along the lines of like, you never want to meet your heroes type of shit, where it's actually like I've been deeply, deeply lucky where I've never experienced like someone being a total dick for no reason. Like everyone's
time.
actually
we've got 8 minutes left.
I'm like, the night is young, but everyone's been pretty cool so far. No, like really, I think there's like this, I don't know what it is, or maybe it's always been this way and people just like want to start shit for no reason and create drama in people, specifically female artists against themselves, which is like everyone has been madly supportive, like so kind, so generous.
Well, let's name some names.
Real eye contact.
Who hasn't?
That's
that's a good idea. That's smart.
Let's do it. No, we're not recording.
I'm like Claire.
Claire, jump back on.
I'm just kidding.
This isn't going anywhere. We're just hanging out. No one's recording.
Is there a weird question, but is there a safe word? Like, because there's other people out like listening, like your team are listening and that kind of stuff. Is there like, do you have a safe word? Like, do you say like
a PR one?
Yeah. Is there like a?
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
No, I don't have one of those. That's actually. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, like pineapple's just an
no, but now it means she can't get out. So
I'm in like any conversation. I'm in any conversation ever. My safe word, I'm like, Jimmy and Nath. That's for the rest of my life.
Safe word is Jimmy Nath. Yeah, get the hell
out
out
of
here.
Other interviews, you're like, just reminds me of the time I said to these two guys from Australia, Jimmy and Nath.
Yeah.
They're like, get her out! Get her out!
Totally.
Gracie's people swoop in, get her out. Hey, Gracie, it's
like a SWAT team.
Through the window. Was that necessary? Gracie, you haven't had it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do want.
We didn't expect you to answer. You're like, no.
This one so genuine. I love it.
Just
so genuine. I do want to talk about the new single "Risk," which we are loving at the moment. It's an absolute belter of a track. But what I love about it is, I believe your best friend Audrey, she was writing it with you as well. What's it like? Because
absolutely,
I've been working with my best friend for 10 years, and I hate it. Yes. I hate it so much because he tells superstars that I can't take selfies and that I'm ugly. So what's it like?
They're lucky they pay us a lot of money to hang out together. That's the key to a good friendship.
I just want to know, is it a better experience working with your best friend?
Yeah, it's actually great. I'm like, you guys should go to some therapy or something.
No, we're gonna get it from you for free.
Yeah. Just listen to the album; it'll cure you. No, it's really it is the greatest. It's so lucky. I mean, we know each other the best, and there's no cutting corners in terms of like, getting to like the honest truth of a story when you're writing something together. And she and I had never written music together, but we grew up, like sitting together on the bus on the way to school. We would like harmonize to like Ed Sheeran songs in like the 6th grade. Like truly, like very formative experiences as young people in the world, but also musically. Like we were very much. She was always my like. Something comes out and I send it to her immediately. Something comes out, she sends it to me immediately. Like very much. Music was always a really important part of our friendship, and she's a writer in her own right, like a screenwriter, and I love doing that as well. And so like in college we'd write stories together all the time. We moved in together while I was on tour, and so like this album was conceived between like legs of tour where I would come home and have 48 hours in the same place as each other, and we would like dish as quickly as humanly possible like every detail about a night with some like guy or some girl, and like you're kind of like, how do I write everything down and like actually everything. So we were also texting in real time through it, and we just ended up, I have like my guitars around the house all the time, and we just started playing, and it happened so naturally. And once we started, it was like a kind of tornado of
I love
songs.
that. Well, there you go,
just
Jimmy.
like How do we?
Maybe we need to do some Ed Sheeran harmonising. Maybe that'll help us, right?
Yeah, that's a good just
Over the
step one.
castle on the hill. Oh, we're fixed.
Yeah,
we are fixed. Yes. Yeah, there we go. On the
Headline show
We
soon.
will write for the next album, Gracie.
if
Don't
you,
worry
if you
about
need
it.
us,
Thank you. I'd love
as soon as
that.
backup singers were available, I don't expect a call.
Deal.
But it's
You'll hear from me.
Yeah.
The album as well, of course, The Secret of Us, it's out very soon. What can we expect from the album as well? I know people are very excited for when it does drop. What kind of surprises, anything different, anything, left of field from the new Gracie Abrams album?
I think it's tonally super different. I mean, just the energy behind it. It's super influenced by the amount of touring that I've done over the past 3 years, and like being on a stage and hearing people sing back to me and like be very like screaming it like with their chest, but like it's songs that I wrote in private, like quietly, and recorded them equally in isolation, and kind of like if I was just very moved by like their commitment to being loud when it's a quiet song. And so I was kind of like, I also, as a performer, like being new to this whole thing, I'm like, I want to have so much fun on stage. Like I want to have variety. I want to like build out my discography to be one so that like if one night all I want to do is like play fun songs, like I have that in my pocket. And it was also very much in line with the period of my life that I'm in right now, where you're like kind of like you're 20, everything is constantly changing. You're meeting new people every 5 seconds. It's like everything is new and fresh, and you kind of like start to feel old for 5 seconds. Then it takes like one experience to like knock you down and be like, hold on, like actually I'm incredibly young. I know very little about anything. I'm just trying to get to know myself a bit better. And like to have had a partner in my best friend to do this with, and with Aaron Desner, who's also like family to me at this point, for him and I to explore a kind of new world sonically. He was very encouraging of me to co-produce on this album, and I hadn't been so hands-on before, but was here, and I feel like so inspired by that. And also like across the board, what I've loved so much so far about getting to do this album and work with the people that I have been lucky enough to is like, it's the quality of human that you're working with when you're doing something that you care about so much that like makes or breaks an experience. And it's like kind of that thing of like, life's too short to work with people who are assholes. And like, I'm coming from a deeply privileged perspective to be able to be selective in that way. But like, I'm very lucky that the people I work with are not only like encouraging of getting to the core of a story and like the heart of song, but also like you just want everyone's ship to rise with the tide. Like you want everyone to win. Literally, I'm on every single interview that I'm doing so far being like forget me. Like Audrey is like, you guys need to be knowing about her. Seriously. And like, and Aaron, who's been doing this job for like, longer than I've been alive, literally. I'm like, he's so generous and so encouraging of me. And like, you just hope to carry that through anytime you're lucky enough to have any kind of platform to like, it's such a collaborative experience. And I was always thinking of music as an isolated one because I was basically journaling in my songs, and that felt private. And I have been taught really mainly through my audience at shows that the best thing about music is how it affects a community, and like that is a universal language. And right now I'm kind of just like, all I want to do is make stuff that people want to gather for in that way. And like, listening in your headphones, like I do that every second of my life, and like that's magical as well. But I don't know, it's definitely influenced by the live experiences I've had recently.
Well, I mean, Australia heard it there. Gracie's done nothing on this album. A bunch of other people did.
Yeah. And also,
I like took the back seat.
And she also must have said some sort of code word because her people were like, get her out, Jimmy Nath, shut the hell up.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Gracie,
we love you, Gracie.
I'm like, no, I swear. Thank you guys so much for everything. I'm really grateful.
The new album, The Secret of Us, is going to be out soon, guys. The new single, Risk. Go and get it. Gracie, we love you. If you ever want, and if you're not over us, you're welcome on the show anytime. We love you.
I would be honored. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Gracie.
Mwah.